Okay, hello, sexy soul. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this reading. I don't know what I'm going to call this reading, but something to do with your foundation. I don't know. The title will be there, so it doesn't matter. But I wanted to do a reading on like checking in on what your foundation is like right now and maybe seeing what we can do if there is anything that is a little challenging, what we could use that challenge as a way of moving forward and how to adapt, blah blah blah. Because this morning I was sitting and I was like, I wanted to do like a trance meditation where I actually visualize and go in and look at what my higher self wants me to see, blah blah blah. If you want to actually see me doing that with myself and recording it, maybe I can try talk it out loud. I don't do that, but sometimes I do. I can do that sometime. But today I did it and it took me to number 70 floor. 70 floor? The 74th floor. And in that floor, I think I've been there before. This is all rhyming. What the hell? It's usually to do with my foundation and stuff. And when I walked in there, the first thing I noticed was I was walking through sand. And I was like, oh my god, this is really hard to walk here. I was kind of falling around. And I was like, eh. So that was the first kind of thing it was showing me. And then I was getting like kind of anxious. There was this worried feeling. I was like, oh my god, what if I'm stranded here and I end up dying? And I was like, no, someone's coming to save me. And then funny enough, it showed my brother, he works in the mines. It showed a big digger coming and scooping me up in the bucket. And like the bucket like took me and it planted me over onto solid ground. Like it was kind of grass. Anyway, that was what it showed me. And basically what I got from all of that was that right now I'm in the desert. Like I don't really have any boundaries either. There's no walls. It's just a big empty space. And I just have to keep going until someone comes and collects me and saves the day. So this is kind of what they were showing me because I was feeling really anxious and I was like, how do I structure my life at the minute? Because I don't know how to feel. And that was showing me that, you know, there's not really anything you can do other than wait until you get to the point of you actually moving, blah, blah, blah. So that really helped me today. And I was like, okay. So I was like, let's do a tarot reading on this for everybody. By the way, I never get McDonald's. We don't have like Just Eat or anything because I live in a mountain. So, but I was in town with my sister today for all day, and this is like my first McDonald's probably since London, which is a very long time. But I'm drinking it today, and I've got my little metal straw, not because I'm not a complete environmentalist person, but I don't like those paper straws because they taste like soggy shit. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for a reading. So, the reading is going to be, what is it about your foundation that we need to look at and how you can sort of adapt. Hope that makes sense, but that's the reading we're doing. Okay, so I don't have anything to choose from, so go into maybe the description box, choose a timestamp that stands out to you, 1, 2, or 3, or an emoji that stands out to you. Choose that way. Okay, hope that's okay. I know people like I always say that, but people do get on to me like, can you please show us crystals and stuff, and I'm like, no. Okay, so yeah, choose a timestamp and I'll see you in a second. Okay, hello group number 1. Not gonna lie, I feel a little bit uneasy. Yeah, there's a feeling of jumping. Jump scares. I don't know, are you a jumpy person, or have you noticed that recently you've been a bit more jumpy? Also, I feel like you are blocking a lot of the light, meaning the truth. And I'm not exactly sure why. Just yet. But yeah, it feels like what I'm seeing here is an art studio, but it's like really old. And it's dusty. Like when I do that in my mind, there's a lot of dust on top of those paintings. And a lot of sadness. It's okay. Think about your foundation right now. It feels like whatever that space is that I'm being shown, it's like there's a dampness to it, or there's an oldness to it. Because I'm getting like a dampness smell when I breathe in. But then also it's kind of dry. It's like, does that make sense? There's a lot of dust, obviously. And there's also like a feeling of like protection as well. It's like, there's two beings here right now, and those two beings are like, can we look inside there? And you're like, no. I don't think I'm ready to show you that just yet. So yeah, no, we don't want to go in there. It's like you're hiding something that you don't want to let go of just yet, but you know that sort of it's time to just let this go. Hope that makes sense, because I have no clue. This is a general reading. I'm getting a lot of like what it could be's, but for some people, it could be that you're opening up to a certain space that you kept hidden because you didn't want it to be exposed. But what I'm seeing with these two beings that are here, these two beings are yin and yang. One of them is a white energy, one of them is a darker energy, and one of them is, it's funny, the darker one has more light. He's showing me. So the darker one is like, I'm here because this is a dark space. I know how to work with this. So it's like a shadow being that knows how to deal with this. So you might find that you're surrounded with a lot of people who are going through something similar to you. You need to connect with these people, because that's what I'm getting here. So if you're someone who has been spending a lot of time around the love and light people, I'm not saying they're all bad, but most of them have a lot of things they need to check about themselves. Because if you spend too much time around those people, like, they're fine in small doses, but if they're like that all the time, it's just not good for the mental space, especially in this situation that we're dealing with. Okay, anyway, haven't even pulled any tarot. God, I always do that. I just get distracted, and then there's another thing here. You're finding it hard to open up to people, because you feel a little bit like in the past people have tricked you or scammed or want something that is not theirs. You just have been tricked, okay? And it's hard for you to like trust in people. I am sort of hearing though, for the small amount of pain that you go through when you are tricked or deceived, it's easier for you to just love everybody than to think everybody's out to get you. Does that make sense? So instead of you being paranoid, yeah, that's bad for your foundation. Really bad, because that puts you in fear mode, meaning you don't want to leave your house, okay? Just want to say that, like, that is the first thing about, you can't build a foundation if you are not trusting anybody to open up to, okay? That's what that was about. Like, I don't want you to see my secrets. So maybe that's what it is. You're finding it hard to open up. Some of you have no motivation towards your goals in life. Like you're not working towards anything at the minute. Or you're saying that you're going to do something and you're not even... Oh, okay. Some of you are saying like, I'm going to do this. And then 2 seconds later, when someone holds you accountable, like... Remember you said you were going to do that thing that you always wanted to do? What? When did you start doing that? Oh, I put it off. It's kind of like, why are you putting it off? That's what you need to figure out. Because maybe you've been saying this for so long that you are now finding it hard to let go of it. Whatever this is, whatever your plans are, you're finding it hard to let go of that thing because you want to please the people that you told. I don't know. I'm getting a strong feeling that your destiny to do something, that's why these two beings are here again. Sorry, they keep coming to my fucking right up in my face. These two beings are saying that they want you to understand that sometimes we have to go and experience a certain part of a path to realize, oh no, we can just go back and go a different way. So it's not bad to go backwards sometimes. That's what they're trying to say. But they want to see into that room. They want you to let people in, to see into the room, clean it, help. Oh my God. They're like, you're not letting anybody help you. You just let us come in. We can help you tidy the mess up. Clean up the walls, open the windows, let the fresh air in, completely revamp the whole space. It's like someone who is a hoarder and wants to collect and collect and collect things. Yeah. There's a lot of emotional attachment stuff here with your foundation at the minute. Sorry, I'm boxing here. Boom, boom, boom. It's just showing me that it's like we need to like really tackle this in different so they're saying that this is going to take time. Sorry, I'll show you tarot now in a second. I'm nearly finished. Right. First thing I want to say, like, I feel like your foundation is a little bit, sort of cracked in a way. It's like there's, like, it feels like you're like, you put the foundation down, you sort of built the walls, but you realized you built it on the wrong land, or you've built yourself up and realized that it's like where you've located yourself is not where you want to be. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. But you still have so much attachment to the things that you connected with in that area of life, in that place, the people, blah, 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 that you don't want to just let it all go now. You don't want to just leave and let it, like, abandon it's about memories, this group. Abandon all the memories that you've made and the connections that you've made, etc., etc. So this could be you moving, could be moving to a new job, blah, blah, blah. There's so many different things that this could mean. So just do what you got to do to figure that out for yourself. I have the 6 of Swords reversed. It seems what I'm getting here, we've got 2 6s actually. Or do we have 3? No, we have 2 6s, and this is upright. It's right above that card. What's that thing? You got to spend money to make money? You gotta lose people to meet new people. That's what I'm hearing. Or you gotta lose the attachment to the things that you love if you want to be successful. If you want to follow your destiny, you can't take everyone or everything with you. You have to just really just be bare naked going into a whole new experience. You can take a little bit of stuff with you, like the Fool. He has what he needs, and he just goes with that, and that's all he needs. But with you, to be honest, group number one, I don't feel like a lot of you are even close to being ready just yet. But this is just, I want to say that overall, if you start making an effort to letting people help you out, because that is what we're having here. Right now, you have a person who is a Queen of Swords energy here. You have a Queen of Swords saying, listen to what you're saying to me right now. You're saying you need help, but every time I need help, or every time I offer to help you, you say, no, it's fine. That's the energy that I'm getting with this. It's like someone is saying to you, okay, let's do this, but you don't like their tone, or you don't like what they're saying, they want to help you with, or whatever it is. So you shut down and you kind of like, you deflect. You're like, I know it's fine, don't worry about it, don't worry, just forget I said anything. And you get on your boat and you go over and you leave the situation. It's like you have to face the things that are being presented to you. People are wanting to see what it is that is within you. People are wanting to sort of crack you open to see what you're about. But you keep hiding yourself and shying away from telling people who you truly are. I think that this is the test here. Test. What you do not see. Let's say there's a big rainbow here above you, because we do have the 10 of Pentacles. What I'm getting from this 10 of Pentacles is that your whole world will change once you start to work with people and let people help you out. Okay, I don't know what it is about not wanting people to help you, not wanting people to help you with things or pay for things, or it's a big thing with paying. It's like, no, I can do it myself. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to prove the whole world wrong. Blah, 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 blah. But you're treating the external world like it's attacking you, but what really is, there's so much love to go around. You just need to look in the right places. Now, I'm not saying be a delusional person and think, oh, everybody loves me, oh, you love me. No, don't completely just flip the narrative. Like, yes, there are people who are dickheads, but there are also people out there that are like sitting minding their own business. You can go over and sit beside them and say, hey, how's your day? And they'll be like, oh, thank you, nobody ever talks to me anymore, blah 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 blah. And you can, there's plenty of love. You just need to know where to look. And like, I'm just seeing that actually, like with this 10 of Pentacles, it's like there's abundance in all aspects of life. So going over, sitting down at a bench beside a little old lady and asking her how her day is abundant as fuck. And you can share, you can talk about her life. What would she say is the most successful part of her life? Old people are great to talk to. Because you ask them deep questions, they give you real good truth. And that, I think, is why this Queen of Swords is here. You need to start talking to people, asking them like things that you worry about, and like, people who have experience in things that you are dealing with or whatever it is, okay? Because you have this. So I think that if you're going to keep moving forward and not letting other people sort of criticize you, whoa, that's a little touchy. We have Strength card here. I feel like you want help, but with this Strength card, I'm getting that, like, when you're helping a cat, and like you're helping them, but at the same time they're like ready to fucking attack you. It's kind of what I feel with this, okay? But the animal also knows that if I don't let this person help me, I'm gonna struggle here, okay? And yeah, we have the three. We have the Three of Wands. I thought I saw the Two of Wands earlier on. Maybe it was this. With this is saying start recognizing the pattern, okay? Because the Justice card as well. Start recognizing when things are unbalanced. So if you're working towards something, and every time you try and like work towards it, say you're trying to start a new project, but every time you sit down to do the project, you're like, I don't want to do this. And you keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, and every single time that you do it, you're just like, oh, I can't do this. That's a sign that's a dead end. That's why it's not working. It's like, why do you keep trying to do that? Like, we're done with that. So I think the thing is here with this Queen of Swords is start being honest with yourself. You know, saying like, okay, I am trying this and it's just not working out. Don't be afraid to fail, because that is what it feels like here. You're not a failure. You never were a failure. But you can't be afraid also to die as someone who didn't do anything special. Okay? That is really toxic, actually. I'm not saying that you guys are toxic, but these two energies that just came in to me in this whole reading have kind of put me in a place where I'm like, spitfire here. So I'm just saying that this is very like, don't beat yourself up. You're not a failure. You are way more capable than you think. And if you're going to think that you need to be someone in this life, you're going to fail way more than you need to. So stop treating life like you need to be the best person. You need to find your destiny. You need to follow your path. They're saying stop saying that. Just start walking on any path. You're not even on a path right now. You're just over there behind the tree, chilling, hiding, eating a little apple. Or they're laughing because yeah, okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to use the Oracle of the Unicorns and messages from, oh, I just realized, messages from your spirit guides. So, yeah. This is the one I think I'm taking with me to Australia. I think I'm leaving this on my shelf. But let me know which one gives you the best message in the comments down below, because that way I can make a decision which, because I don't really use Oracle cards that much anymore. I choose one like for the week, but like I don't use them, like I don't use massive spreads for them. So just choose whatever you would like to see. Awareness. It says, live in the moment. It says, live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance. Basically what I talked about. Look for the signs and the pattern. There's more patterns. Look at the patterns, because you're saying like you don't see that. Not all of you, sorry. Some of you are saying like you don't see any signs, or you're not getting any signs. It's like, bitch, we've been telling you. We've been showing you so many signs. But people sometimes think that the signs need to be magical and like, oh my god, synchronicity. When things don't go to plan, that can still be taken as a sign if it's a repeating pattern. So if you keep dropping books and stuff, it's like, whoa, you're ungrounded. That's how the universe talks. So if you keep dropping things, it's like you're not grounded. You're not planted in the ground. You know what I mean? Not at this group. I feel like you're grounded enough. It's more so that it's just a little bit like it's getting a little choppy, a little windy outside of your home. By home, I mean the self. Okay. Oh, snake. Yeah, the snake, for me, a snake outside, it's like scary. I don't want to go outside, there's snakes out there. The rattlesnake. It says, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Okay. I think that is, yeah. I think with this group, I think that you guys are going through the process of, you can't become a healer until you have went through the experiences that we need you to go through first. It's like you're still in college, and college is them teaching you things. They're not easy to get. These experiences are not easy, but you're still having to do the college work. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some of you actually are in college. Okay, group number 1. I hope that helped. It was very much, but yeah. Take what resonates, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye. Okay. Hello, group number 2. So, a few things I want to start off by saying. It's funny, group number 1 was, I got like a secretive vibe, but in a different way. It wasn't secrets in the way that this group is. You guys might be very researchers. You just might be very curious about researching. You know, in TV shows when they have like posters on the wall and they're like connecting the dots and da 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 da, very like wanting to dive, like Scorpio vibes, like just really wanting to pinpoint everything and like figure it all out and da 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 da. I see a lot of that on the wall. So what I'm doing is I'm painting a picture in my mind of what I'm picking up for this group, and then you just go off of it in whatever way you want. Okay, it's not literal. I'm using, just like how I use tarot, I use images to put things together, just like how you guys are putting all this stuff together in my mind. Okay, so take what resonates. Yeah, but so your foundation, the room that I'm seeing for you, it is like, to be honest, I feel like you guys are not you're like the type to go big or go home. Because the building that I see for you guys is like a big building in a city. But there's a section of that building that is quite, so there's just a very small little detail about you that not many people know about. Could be that you're psychic. Or it could be, I just feel like there's a soul sister, someone who's quite opposite to you. They might look completely different to you, or they might just be very different in different ways. It really feels strongly, most of you, it's like they look like you might have dark hair, they have blonde hair. Like, it's like this complete flip-flop. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, so right now I'm not really seeing anything's wrong with your foundation, to be honest. I think the foundation that you've built for yourself is quite good. But I want to say, like, right, so whenever I see you left the space, when you're out in public, there is this sort of like vibe. Like, you're overhearing people having a conversation and you're just like, oh, fuck, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, oh, get over yourself. Like, it's just, I keep seeing this like really agitated, like you don't, as well, I feel like this group really hates people that are over the top lovey-dovey shit. Or no, do you know what it is? It's like when people are like, oh, how do I explain this? I'm trying to hear a conversation, so I'm actually on a train right now in my mind. Yeah, it's like people who are talking about like, oh, this person, this person got married and now they're getting a divorce, and it's just terrible, isn't it? Oh my god, it's terrible. Like, people, it's gossiping, but it's like, you don't like people that are like fake, like they beat around the bush. Like, get to the point, just get straight to the point. Like, she cheated on him, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Like, you're that kind of a person who just needs people to get straight to the point, and you can see straight through the front that they put up. Do you know what I mean? Hope that makes sense. Script number 2. Just want to see him, like, you get agitated even just by strangers. Advice for you guys: let strangers be strangers. You don't know anything about these people, okay? Another thing, you guys, some of you might be the type of people who try to read people's energies. I do that sometimes when I'm feeling feeling uneasy. I'm trying to see, I read people's energies around me. I read their auras. If I'm feeling threat from somewhere, I'm like, where could possibly be coming from? Or is it actually just, I'm just feeling shit at the minute? Because sometimes you have to work with the external and the internal. So you swap. If there's nothing really threatening outside of you, you know there's something in you that's going on that's fucked up. So, but what I'm seeing here is a lot of you read people. You try to read people as well. Don't do that. Because it's putting you in a space of losing yourself to what other people are doing. So let strangers be strangers. Let them do their thing. Let them batter away and fight away and bitch away and cause drama. Let them do all that. Don't get involved in it. I'm actually seeing my higher self take 3 and then that's me. They're saying. So take 3 deep breaths and just be like, it's me, I'm done. I don't need to listen to that anymore. So just, I don't know, come up with a way. One of the things that I actually do, I think this is because of ADHD though, if there's a lot of people that are annoying me or I'm agitated, I'll put this finger here and I'll just like tap on it. I'll go like this. It's a form of stimming, but that's something that I do when I'm in public and there's a lot of people annoying me or I'm really ready to fucking go ballistic. I'll just do this. So, but group number 2, one thing I do see with you is you are very, very, very grateful that you do have someone very special in your life that you can talk to all the time. And they're on that level that you're on. Color purple, just keep seeing. I literally looked at the viewfinder and the wall was purple. And then it kind of faded back to blue. I'm like, Jesus. So yeah, color purple would be third eye energies. Now let me look at the other areas of your... Let me actually look at your foundation, which is your root. Oh! We have the 9 of Wands to start off with, reversed. Which for me, I heard straight away. There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. You guys are sort of the type that are like, I don't need you to. Yeah, you're very, very secretive. You guys are very, very secretive. Not whatever it is that actually bothers you. Right now, your foundation is strong. So you have nothing really to worry about. You don't really let it's funny, like this group, it feels like your worldview has completely changed. It doesn't really upset you as much as it used to, but you're starting to notice that there are people, just certain people in the world, when you're out, there's certain types of people that annoy you. This reading has turned into something. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I'm hearing this very loud in my head. There might be someone that you have in your life that is very close to you. Could be a friend. If you have a partner, then good things are going to keep moving forward with you in your relationship. If you're in a relationship and then that's your person that I'm talking about that just is on your level, that's all going to keep working out. You two are going to build a family if you haven't started already. You definitely are going to build a family. It's just going to be slower than you hoped, okay? That's for some people. But then for the rest of the people, I think that what I'm seeing here is there's someone in your life that you're just like, they're my friend, they're my bestie. But for some reason, I feel like you have to sort of let them go. Because what is that space with the things and the, decoding on the wall, like putting up all these things to figure out? What is those things really to you without that person? Okay, so it feels to me that you've sort of overemphasized the connection and the things that you have in common with this one person, that you've sort of boxed them in, that you are not letting yourself be open to other experiences. Does that make sense? Do you know what it actually is like? They're showing me this now because this was explained to me today. Someone was talking about TikTok and how like the algorithm shows you what you want to see. And I think that all actually falls back into place of what I said. Is like the minute you're presented with someone that you don't see eye to eye with, you're like, why are they like this? Why are they like this? But it's because you've surrounded yourself with things that make you comfortable, that the minute you're uncomfortable, you get really annoyed. So your foundation is motherfucking, like, it's so solid. It's so solid, it's so strong. But you have to stop trying to get people to change or trying to let people change you. Because just because someone has a different opinion does not mean that they're trying to change your mind, they're trying to manipulate you, They're not doing any of that if you're in your own power. You can sit there and listen to someone and not agree with them and have a conversation with them without even getting angry. I can do that. Unless they really just piss me off, and I'll be like, actually, I'll just walk away. My favorite thing nowadays is just be like, bye, see you later, I don't have time for this. And that is usually a narcissistic thing. Like, they just walk away, but I actually don't care. Just like, I'm done, okay. Like, if I really, really, really need to talk about it, I will. But if it's not, if these things, let strangers be strangers. If they're not actually bothering you, you don't even know their name, why bother? Why bother stress and turn your day into something that you don't want it to be? Okay? Now, let me see. You need to go back to doing the things that you were enjoying. We have the Queen of Wands. You are very, very fun to be around. Okay? You are the type of person that's always like, let's do this. You're someone who actually organizes a lot of things, because I have the Magician. And I think that what's happening now with your foundation moving forward is, let's just go switch things up a little bit in our life, okay, with the Magician. Let's just try and see if we can create new magic tricks to impress people, okay? Because you don't really have anything. Sorry, I'm just very straight to the point today. You don't have anything that's really interesting for people to actually, like, you're bored of the old stuff that you used to impress people with. So you need to come up with something new. You need to even maybe give yourself a makeover. Start writing new posts or blogs or a book or something that you can talk about with strangers. I said let strangers be strangers, but I meant if you're getting pissed off with them. But if you actually want to go up and talk to, why is these readings turning into like about strangers and like people in the public? I'm confused if group number one was like this too. Like, I don't know how long I've been talking about this. I feel like I've been talking about this for hours now. But yeah. It feels like people's foundations are getting upset and disrupted because of people that don't matter that much. Obviously your friends and your family and the people that you have connections, actual connection with, they matter, but like, why are people getting upset over random people? Not all of you are. The word. Yeah, well this... Do you have any other? Yeah, so I feel like really you're learning that lesson. I feel like it's already sort of come to a close for a lot of you with the world card. You've already sort of realized, like, I need to stop getting upset about things that don't matter. Like, people that don't matter. I really want more Fanta. Shit, there's no Fanta left. Yeah. I think it's kind of... Yeah, what I'm seeing with the magician here as well is like, now you've realized, okay, like you also maybe had to stop communicating with your friend right now, or what is happening, I see, is that you're sort of being brought to a different sort of room that you don't really like to spend a lot of time in. Maybe it's the family room, and now you're having to like actually sit down and talk to family, or actually having to be in a room that is not your like secret little hideout space. Does that make sense? So yeah, just expect new parts of your life. Oh, you got the 6 of Wands. Some of you, I'm telling you, some of you are going to be successful in relationship stuff. If you start opening up and start dating again, it's going to go very, very smoothly for a lot of you. Also, if you're trying for a baby, this is a great time to try for a baby. If you're not, you know. Some of you are also hoping that everything you've always wanted and dreamed for is going to come true. With this card though, I just want to say like that it's not very grounded. So whatever you're trying to manifest, see, I need to have a serious conversation with people about manifestation, because every time I talk about this it's annoying me, because I'm seeing the energy and I'm trying to word it in a way that helps the person watching this reading, but I wouldn't really necessarily agree with a lot of the things that I'm saying, but that's not how it works. So here's a little bit of my advice is, when you're wanting things to go like this, you're not letting the universe sort of like open itself up to other possibilities happen and other things that are better for you. You're not letting that happen. You're restricting things from happening, and then that actually like you might be destined to manifest this kind of a relationship 10 years from now. I'm not saying that's truth, that's not actually here in this situation at all. It feels like relationship stuff is coming in quick, but like the perfect person could be 10 years away. Like that's literally when they're sort of destined to come in, and you're just waiting for that energy or this other energy that you want. And it's like it's trying to like get you to learn the lessons to like, hopefully you just manifest and lock in to what you're supposed to actually have in your life. Okay? Because manifestation seems to be nowadays, this is what I want and I will have it and I will manifest it and I will have this, blah blah blah. And it's like, that is not, we're supposed to be moving away from materialistic thinking. There's nothing wrong with like material things, like a little straw and a McDonald's cup, and like there's nothing wrong with the material world, but people are wanting to understand themselves more. That is the goal these days. Understand, we're developing the individual self, the person who we are on the inside. That's what we're here to do this time round. Okay, other lifetimes, yes, it was very much about materialistic stuff. That was the thing we were learning about. We're not learning, we've figured this all out. We figured, yeah, there's the cup, that's a straw. Cool. Bored of that now. We're bored of material. Deep down at a core level, we're bored of the materialistic stuff. That's why materialism doesn't really bring you happiness. Okay? So stop trying to manifest the material stuff. Because it's making you anxious even thinking about it. And that just because this card, it's like, if you only you knew that if you just stop putting all of this, everything up in this like, oh, that's the dream life. But you're too smart for that. You know that that dream life that you're thinking on isn't even, it's not that it's, you can't get to that point. You certainly could, but you just know it's not worth all of the mental energy. It could take a lot to do that. Knight of Swords, yeah. Really here, what I'm getting is, you have it all figured out, but now you're ready to start new. This is what I'm getting. You've built the perfect foundation, and you've invested so much of your time into this big building that I was talking about. But now you realize, like, this little part that I kept secret about me for so long, I want to actually start like going out and telling people about this and explaining things to people and showing them like this is how I live and blah blah blah. Be like, now it's about like keep it like this Four of Swords is like, you before you used to just keep it all in here, you wouldn't really talk about it, you won't really talk about your problems. Now you're ready to go out and be like, this happened to me, I was dealt with this shit, da da da. Like, it's not that intense, but that card sometimes makes me feel like that. Because for some of you it's a mix of the two. Like, a lot of you could be people who are those people that motivate people to get back up and like realize that the word that they're selling online, that this is what you want to manifest this, you want to do this, you want to blah blah blah. That whole thing that they're trying to sell people is a whole sham. Sham balls. It's literally like, it just doesn't really do anything in the end. Whenever it's so fixated on like a perfect life that looks like this, when really everyone's life is it's meant to be so different. Like, everybody's meant to live very different lives, meant to live very like strange, have very different strange experiences. And have different trauma and pain that we go through. And it's not meant to be perfect and happy. That's literally like, who told people that is the theme around this time of year? You can be happy if you just choose to think positive. Yeah, right, okay. I'll just torture myself all day and force myself to think positive all day. Like, no. If I want to feel shit, I'll feel shit. Thank you very much. And that is like the feeling I'm getting with this. It's like, it's really... I feel like that is what this is. This is what I'm getting. It's like you have a voice and you have something that you want to talk about, and you're so fucking fed up with this like delicate world that we live in today. You're like, let's just get straight to the point. I think I've said that a few times now in this reading. But yeah, thank you so much. Group number 2. I hope that helped. Oh, I didn't pull these. I was meant to pull these. I'm going to do this very quickly. This is the one I think I'm taking to Australia. So if you like the unicorn message, let me know. Or if you like this one, because this one I might not take with me to Australia. I might just leave it here. It's called Messages from Your Spirit Animal Guides. So advice moving forward. I got 2 and I was like, nah. It says, the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance, so do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Sometimes if I read with an accent, it helps. This is a good time to go on a new adventure. That's what I said, I think, with that Knight of Swords. It's like, let's take this on a whole different route. Okay. And the unicorn. I'm getting new glass. Actually, I'm going to get contacts in because these are falling off. They're broke. and I don't really like glasses that much, so I'm going to get contacts in next week. I'm kind of scared because what if I don't like putting them in my eye? I don't know. Sorry, too much information. This one says, celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. So there you go. There's just a little oracle message for you. And let me know which one of those oracle messages was better for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the future. Goodbye. Okay. Hello, group number 3. So, I've actually been quite straight to the point today. And I feel like I might trigger people in this group as well. So, I'm sorry if that happens. There's nothing like... It's nothing real. Let's just get straight to the point. Sorry, I've just been like that today. For some of you, if you want to click away now, then after I say this, this is kind of what I'm getting as like a first little introduction into this. Some of you are not really good at perceiving things right now. Like, there's stuff that's just happening all around you and you're not tuned in. It almost feels like you're not actually, you might think that you're connected to nature or to yourself or whatever, but you really aren't. You are sort of up in the clouds. And this is, in a way, a little bit worrying because you're sort of outside. So what I was doing with the other groups is I was sort of explaining like a foundation. It could be a room, it could be a house, it could be a blah blah blah. For you, it's like you're not even in the house. You're sitting outside because there's something in the house that you don't want to deal with. It really freaked you out and you don't know how to release it. Could be like how people just cannot be in a room when there's a spider in the room. They're like, I'm out. See you later. God bless. Thank you. Bye bye. Not dealing with that. That is the energy of the foundation right now. You're not even in the foundation. You're completely out. So there's a little bit of disassociation going on here with this group. To be honest, more so than the other groups. The other groups were kind of like, they were dealing with things, but it's like something has triggered you to like, no, we gotta go. Okay. And I know, a lot of you anyway, if you've stayed and you haven't clicked away, good for you. I know a lot of you know already that like this is something that I know this is hard for me. And I know I feel a little bit out of body and I don't really feel comfortable right now. But you all who are watching this know that it's okay. And I also want to say that it is okay. The sun card on the bottom of the deck. It's fine. At least now we're aware of what is the problem. Okay? Could be so many different things that go wrong. Like, there could be a leak over here, a bust pipe or something, and like you have sticky tape and things on it, but like it's not properly dealt with just yet, but at least you know what is going on so you can deal with it later. That helps already, and I hope it makes sense. Oh, I think we had this with group number 1, but I actually feel like group number 3 could be dealing with someone who is group number 1. So if you're watching this group number 3 and it's to do with another person as well, go to group number 1, because the group number 1 is probably the person. This is like a 2-in-1 here with this reading, because I feel like their things that they're unbalanced with is affecting the things in your life that you are unbalanced with, and both of you maybe need to kind of get to an understanding of how everyone is seeing this situation. Because, when people, like, for example, we'll go back to that. They're showing me the spider again. When I see someone freaking out about a spider and they leave the room, I laugh. I'm like, that is hilarious. Like, what are you afraid of? It's a spider. Like, what the heck? But like, I don't understand how afraid they are. Like, I don't feel that. So it's like, it's trying to come to like a level of understanding and saying like, listen, like I actually am shitting myself here. Like I can't deal with this right now. So I think that is why you're frustrated with how you this group actually, it feels like I'm sitting here waiting, but I could literally just abandon this whole house completely and go and find a new one. Like, it's so easy for me to just like completely change my whole self, leave that home behind, move myself to a new home where I feel safe, because right now that was just too much for me. That's what I'm getting with this, okay? It's not that your foundation is, you know, always been like this. It's just like there's something completely got you out. So like a week ago, a month ago, not that long ago, you could have been completely fine, and all of a sudden the spider came in, or this like thing happened in the house, and now you're like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'm not stupid. Do I look stupid? No, I'm not stupid. So yeah, but you're still sitting outside. You haven't left the wall. You haven't put your legs on the other side of the wall just yet. Your legs are still on the inside. You're still facing it, and you're like, so you're waiting, which is fine. You just don't want to wait too long, because if you wait too long, you're gonna get cold out there. You're gonna get cold. You're gonna get a little sickly, and by that I mean, like, you know, it's fine to it is completely fine. We disassociate all the time when we're watching a TV show. We disassociate because we go into like a trance. It's fine to disassociate. There's nothing wrong with that word. It's just that when you're out of your body for too long, there will be problems. So you need to figure out, like, okay, how long you're gonna let this feeling of like being a little uneasy, like how long you're gonna let that last for. And you need to stick to what you say. We got the Nine of... We're getting the same cards for people. Got the Nine of Wands. You know that it's not right. You know that it's not the right time to take the steps over the wall right now. You know that that's not happening. What? Oh, someone... This is only for a very small few people. There is like a sensation here on this part of the body. Could be to do with people's shoulders. Could be to do with a pain just in their chest. Could be also to do with a pain in the right ear. And this is the masculine side, the physical word. So I think that right now, you know that it would be stupid or silly to just completely like act on impulse, or doing what you used to do. That's what I'm getting. Because you used to do this kind of thing. You just run. Run for the hills. I'm hearing. But you know you can't do that this time. Okay? You know you gotta stick there for a little bit and deal with this. Because you are building these walls that actually don't even exist. But now... Whoa, girl! Now you have a whole different perception. Oh! The thing is here... You guys know that you gotta work on this, because it's going to, in the end, bring you happiness. This is really good. So I'm liking that. Oh, we have this as well. There's something about so the foundation is here, but the heavens above seem to be sort of showing me that there's nothing to fear here. You have to trust the process. Like, it's going to throw all of these feelings of like, I don't trust you. You've played me before. Either like you're talking to God, your faith, whatever. Your faith in this situation, in the things that have happened before. You're just not completely trusting of it. But I'm hearing like you have to just let yourself get to where you need to get to, because it will all make sense very, very soon. Okay? Yeah, this is... You don't need to know... I'm hearing with this, you don't need to know the whole process of like what each stop is along the way. You've been given a task. Do it. It's sort of like, okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to call up Greg. Hey Greg, can you come? I need help. I need help. I have a spider in my eyes. Okay, I'll come. They come, you walk in with them, you show them where the spider is, they deal with it, they take it out, you can go back inside. It's like, just deal with one thing at a time, okay? That is what you need to do. You don't need to know, you don't need to, you know, write out a whole fucking plan. You just need to just do one thing that's going to benefit even in the tiniest, in the slightest way, okay? I'm sort of seeing like, you could be running out of like gas, but you just go to the next place and like collect money along the way, fill her up another couple of few, like a little bit more, go to the next place, pick up money along the way. It's like they're giving you only like small things to deal with. They're like, yes, look, you've got a little bit more juice, keep going. Oh look, lucky, there's a few little bit of money there, gather that up, pick up, now you can fill her up again, go again. It's like they're giving you just enough energy to keep going, because if they know, higher self, universe, whatever, future self, they know if they give you the whole story, you would just run, you would go. You wouldn't keep continuing. So they are giving you something just a little bit more to keep going. That's what I'm getting. Because in the end, this is what your soul really wants. Your soul wants you to be happy, to live a life that is full of just joy and fun. And it's like easy going. That's what your soul wants. The way that they're showing me the room though, I don't know if any of you want kids or anything, but I'm seeing a kid's room with toys and stuff on the ground. It's like you step on one, you're like, I need to pick that up. And that's that whole thing, just picking one thing up at a time, putting it away. Step on another toy, pick that toy up, put it away. It's like just dealing with one thing at a time when it comes to like trying to see your space as how it used to look. It's like, it's almost like the way they're showing me this is, it's like your kid, if you have kids, this is a metaphorical stuff that they're showing me. So like I'm just seeing like there's your child or your inner child, let's say, goes into the room and takes out one toy and it plays with that toy, puts that toy back. It's very like you know how to have fun, but you also don't like to just completely go fucking bananas and like just, you know, full steam ahead, like rip everything out and just go crazy. Like that's not your vibe. So it feels like you've let someone new in and that seems to be their vibe. They just like to like go crazy, like let's have fun, let's just go completely all over the top with things. And you're just like, yeah, like that's fun, but like is it not a little bit too much for me? But I think it's because you're used to yourself, if I'm being honest. You don't know what to choose. This is to do with the relationship and a king of wands. someone who really likes to, you know, you like to take one thing at a time, or even right now, especially, just like, you're getting used to that they just mess things up very quickly. And you have to keep tidying after. You have to keep picking up the pieces after. And they're like, let's just leave it for another time. Like, close the door. Doesn't matter. Close the door. We'll deal with that later. And you're just like, I can't close the door because it's going to stress me out. Like, I know that room is a mess right now. So, I'm going to go clean that room. Do you know what I mean? So, this is like... This seems like it's heart chakra stuff. It's like, you're very careful about how you deal with your emotions and things that you love and care about. Like, you don't want to just love and care about things. You don't want to give all your love away. Does that make sense? I love how I ask people that. Does that make sense? When there's no one. You're not there. Like, I can kind of hear. It's funny. I never said this before, but I can hear people's collectively. Like, it's almost like I'm tuned into like what people on the watching this video, what they're sort of feeling as I talk. Does that make sense? So yeah, I know that whoever this makes sense to, they'll get it. If he's more of a like a I have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, you're trying. So what's happening here is you're trying to find your balance here with how you explain how you work to someone. So you're like really trying to say like, listen, this is how I am right now. This is the things I want to work on. Sorry, I'm hearing that strong. Some of you need to say, this is how I want to work on my shit. I just thought I'd let you know. And because now I've told you and you know, please respect it. It's like, this is what it feels like. It's like, you hope that if you give them like the booklet, because do you know what, this card's usually connected to charity, and what I'm seeing is like, here's my booklet, but I'm not a charity. I'm not a charity, but you can, you know, if you want to donate, you can donate, but I'm not a charity. And it's like, either you are or you aren't. Do you want help? You don't want help? You want money? You don't want money? It's like you're afraid that if you sort of say that you're struggling with things too much, that it's going to push people away. And in actual fact, that's not the truth at all. Okay, so the real issue here is you want this, but you're finding it hard to choose this, okay? You want all of this. You want like a really good, solid foundation, a nice home, a family. You want to build upon these things and like experiences and having fun and doing creative things with someone, blah, blah, blah. But then you keep having this problem choosing who it is that you want. But I think with this group, the whole I need to find the one needs to really just be put away for right now, because that's not helping you. The one, there is no the one. What? What am I trying to say? There is no the one. Like, well, that's just my personal preference. Like, I don't believe there is one soulmate. What? Like, there are plenty of people out there. There's plenty of experiences with different people all the time. Like, yes, some people meet their soulmate, but no, not everybody does meet just one soulmate. Like, we can have plenty different soulmates and interactions with people. So, you know, maybe you're in this life and you're meant to have a soulmate for half of your life, and then the other half of your life finishes and it's over, and then you meet a new soulmate and you have two different soulmate experiences. Does that make sense? So I think like Stop putting yourself into like a literal box of like, there's only one. And then when that one comes, that's it, I'm done. Because when I turn 80 years old, I don't want to be getting down and dirty with someone new. Maybe you need to wait till you're 80 years old to see how you feel. Maybe when you're 80, you're going to be super frisky and just want to be super fun all the time. Sorry. You need to talk to a friend. You need to talk to a friend and have a little like gossip. That's what I'm getting here. Because your foundation is quite good. It seems to me that where the blockage is, not blockage, sorry, where the energy is wilted, because that's what I seen today. Where the energy is wilted, it's wilted a little bit in the heart, it's a little bit wilted in the third eye, and also like the crown. So these are the energies that you sort of want to work with, okay? But yeah, I hope that that helped group number 3. Leave a comment if it did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the future. Goodbye.